Hafa students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
Humanities Guahan, an independent nonprofit organization affiliated with the National Endowment for the Humanities, is dedicated to promoting public humanities programming for the people of Guam and providing foundational support and educational resources for our island community. For more information about Humanities Guahan, visit www.humanitiesguahan.org. Storytelling, oral histories, and cultural traditions throughout Pacific Island societies are important and highly respected forms of knowledge. Such knowledge is passed down through families, clans, and communities over generations, as well as reiterated in a more contemporary context through narratives, poetry, performance, and other creative forms. The following video series is part of Humanities Guahan's Kwentusi Ihanan project, in which participating Chamorros and other Micronesians share their cultural knowledge in relation to the physical, spiritual, creative, economic, and political aspects of water.
I'm excited and feel happy that we're gonna go on the new canoe, Lian Pulot. So I cannot wait any longer now. We're just waiting for a few more minutes to go out. The excitement I have right now is I don't know how to express it. Maybe there is no word to express how much I feel and how much happy I am right now.
Lucas. Uwamin namin ka na eh. Hop. Hey. Look, Sergey. Bisa dah lagam ki Sergey. Kanin. Torkan na. Ikaw torkan. Sila ka hayo ba? Muri halo mo. Eh, ay dala.
I have been absent from the ocean on a canoe for several months. Yes, we have been riding the ship, modern ship, Piduan Hiranchuk. But as I mentioned earlier, that is so exciting. That we're riding on a traditional canoe, a new canoe that the young men from Puluat carve to the finish at this time.
Amare.
The feeling of riding the waves, the feeling of being in the ocean, it's always reminded seamen, sailors, navigators, seafarers, they always feel the same thing because they always feel free being in the ocean. You're surrounded by a blue ocean, clear, clean ocean of Puluat. You're surrounded by a natural thing that there is no other things that can bother your mind. So being in the ocean, you're free from any noise, any talk of the land. So what you concentrate on it is being in the ocean, you concentrate on your destination and the fishing grounds that you're going to fish. The happiness memory that I can recall is the working together among the young men of Puluat, that we're writing a finished product. It was a wood, it was a tree, then become a wood, just a log. Now it's a canoe. It's a Lian Puluat. It's reminding, just like a newborn baby, as I mentioned earlier. A baby just born. Then you nurse it until it's grown up. Now the baby is grown up. It's gonna, if these canoes stay on Puluat, it's gonna bring, I would say, life to the whole community, because it will go fish, bring fish back to the community. It will have a voyage, bring trade things from different island, and this is what I recall, that just the teamwork of the young men is so great. I really appreciate. It's not only the young men, but the women of Puluat, that they always prepare food for us.
Amon.
I cannot wait any longer to do the voyage, and I have been preparing myself for it. We still have several months, and that's what I'm gonna do in these few months left. I'm gonna do a preparation that everything will be fine, and for me physically, I'm preparing myself, so there would be no question that I would be fit and strong and gather all my energy for this special voyage in the near future.
Ibu ira kebesar serang kebesar 5 tahun kebesar sehat meta kasihan puri 5 tahun wal wakawal kasih serang alangan si gue amala pisagil wa pus bule bulog bu si tetorong ngambil sit ikai ewerigi malaman ewa arwal afri asrak melal meta tu makal bu betul alasan.
My name is Antonio Urmeang Pialip. I'm the son of
Pius Piailug, which is known as Mau Piailug. I was born in a small island in Yap named Sato. I raised up with my mom and dad and start traveling with my dad since when I'm about I would say 6 years old. That's what we do on our island, sailing between island to island to keep the culture alive. That's where we start to learn how to navigate and learn about the water, how to respect the water and all of those things that can save you in the water. My dad told me that to build a boat, that's what you have to do to maintain your knowledge and your skill in navigation. It's useless if you're a navigator, you don't have a boat. You cannot just navigate on the land, so you have to know how to build your boat so you can navigate around if you want to go around the world. Building canoe is a very important thing to us. When you take it out into the open water for you to travel to other places, you have to make sure your boat is very safety. What we use for building our boat is mostly lemai, breadfruit, because that's the tree we believe that it's more buoyancy and it's strong too. Yeah, when you get dry, very strong. We have to look for those very old breadfruit tree, because not the whole tree we use. We only use the yellow color in the middle of the lemai. So you're looking about 100 some years old breadfruit. That way you can have a big blanks and it takes only a couple of trees to build one. And you have to really know which one is going to be the bottom of the boat and which one is going to be on the top. Just by looking at the tree and see the shape of it, how you're going to make a boat out of it. All of these things we have to learn. When my dad went to Hawaii to teach Hawaiian how to navigate, and he told us that to keeping the knowledge is when you die, it just disappear. You have to pass it. It takes about a year to build one segment. Finagajan takes me a couple of years because on and off, and it's only by myself. It's hard for me to turn the planks to carve on the other side, so I need manpower to turn so I can work on it. So that's why it took a long time to finish Finagajan. But, well, it complete. It's only by myself, one hand on it. It's very important for us to know what we're doing in old time. Before we just eating fish, local food. We're sailing. We know how to navigate. Now we lost all of these things, and if you don't have money to buy whatever you can be survive on it, you need to go back and learn what those old people live on it long time. They eat free food. They sailing. They don't buy their ticket to go to places. They're sailing by stars and do their own boat. So it's very important for us to go back and learn what we used to do in the beginning of our life. You have to know that the water it doesn't have any bone, but it breaks anything. You have to respect the water, fully respect. You just have to know when it's a good season to go out. You don't have to go out when it's a rough season. But us, we usually sail when we know the fighting stars are not up. Those stars create storms. That's when it's no good season to sail. Even outside the island, when a storm hit us on the canoe, we don't have engine. We just have to put on the sail and drafting. You don't have, you cannot sail against the wind. That's all you're gonna do is drafting. And we just have to know what we're gonna do when you're out there in the water. So it's very important for us to learn about the stars too, and season for sailing. And when you're out there, you know all the stars. You know where you're drafting. You can find back your way.
My name is Cesario Seuralur. I'm the brother of Tony Piailug, son of Grand Master Navigator Pius Mau Piailug. We're from the island of Satawal, one of the tiny atoll in the outer island of Yap. It's more closer to Chuuk than Yap. When I was a little kid, I used to sail with my father to different places, to the outer island of Chuuk, all over the places. Just out of elementary school, then I went for the long voyage between Hawaii and Tahiti that took us, I think it was 30 days, 1 month. Then from there, 94, we sailed with the Polynesian double hull voyaging canoes, which is Hokulea. We went Tahiti again, and then met up with the Cook Island, New Zealand, Tahitian canoes. We sailed all around Tahitian islands, back to Marquesas, back to Hawaii. Then the nuclear test in one of the islands in Tahiti, they called Mururoa. It's a nuclear bomb test. So we decided to sail to that island and protest. So I was the only Micronesian that went on that voyage with the Cook Islands. They asked me what's the reason of going there. I said I represent the whole Micronesian to protest against the bomb. 1989, we sailed on Makali, one of the voyaging society in Big Island. So that's what they call the master home. So we brought my dad from Hawaii. We sailed to Marshall Islands, Kosrae, Ponape, Chuuk, down to Satawal. And then we go Westfire, we came to Guam, then we went Saipan and they shipped the canoe back to Hawaii. We started building the canoe from 2000, was done in 2007. Then we brought the canoe while my dad cannot sail with us because he was very weak, he's getting sick. So the Hawaiians were able to present the canoe and with some gifts to my father, and that's where I was initiated as a navigator. So I went through the post ceremony with some of the Hawaiians, Nainawa Thompson, Shorty Bertelman, and others. I think 10 navigators from our island. So the purpose of the double hull canoe that my dad was asking for, and the Hawaiians and a lot of donors put in some money to build the canoe. And the purpose of it is to use it as a floating classroom to teach our new Micronesian generations. Doesn't mean it's just Palau, Yap, Chuuk, but it's the whole Micronesian nations. So I'm glad that we're doing this. We start to understand with each other, Guam, Saipan. I know everybody is looking forward to get improved in their voyaging societies. My father's message is always simple. Said we are more alike than we are different. In our hearts, if we can work together, we can build our voyaging families very big.
The Quintusi Handam videos can be viewed on Humanities Guahan's YouTube channel or accessed on Humanities Guahan's website at www.humanitiesguahan.org.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.